So let's look at our last little piece of the pivot tables. So we want to analyze the relationship between ship mode and order priority in the United States. So let's create another pivot table. Come here to my data, and I am going to insert the pivot table, put it into an existing worksheet. We'll come over here, and we'll say OK. So we've created our blank pivot table. So ship mode, that's the first thing that we're going to need because we're going to take a look at that. And where to go? Ship mode, we'll make that our row. And then we want to look at the number of orders. So what we're going to do is we're going to put quantity down here, and this is the sum of quantity, but I want to change that, and I just want it to count. So the count of quantity, I want it to count the number of orders, and so we'll change that to number of orders. Since if I would have left it at the sum of orders, it would have added up all the numbers. I just want it to count the number of each individual order there. And so I want to take a look at order priority. And once again, I could put it here as a row, but since we're looking at a bunch of data together, I want it as a column so I can see everything that's going on. Actually, I'm going to go into design and show that in my outline form because I think that looks a little bit easier to see. Now this is all of the orders. Now I want to look at the order priority in the United States, and so I could slice the data and whatnot, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a filter in. So we're going to use this box right here, and I want that filter to be country. So we're going to drop the country in here. And so this is country showing all the countries, but I just want to do the United States. And we can see there's a lot of countries in this data. So let's just go down to, I don't know why I'm doing there because the US is going to be at the end. United States. Hit OK. And so there we go. So now what this has done is this pivot table is now filtered, and it's showing me those order modes versus priority, but now it's just for the United States. What if, okay, let's say we wanted to see Poland. I actually don't even know if Poland's, Poland's in the data. So we'll go to Poland, and now I can do the same thing, and I can filter it for just Poland. And so once again, I just have to stress, pivot tables are handy because they're an easy way to take a look at a lot of data and get out the results that you want. So over the course of these couple lectures here, we've looked at a pivot table to look at how to figure out the quantity sold per category. And then we played around with slicers and timelines. And then right here, we just played around with filters. And so that is a good introduction to pivot tables that we'll be using throughout the class.